I saw this ad in the paper. And it was such a strange ad, I couldn't imagine what is it doing? It was like, I forget even now what the ad said, but it gave you no clue that it was a prison. What happened was there were no blacks down there, and they got busted bad. And SHAP had come in, and it was a totally liberal administration. Anyway, they were told, bypass this civil service thing, get them in here. You hire some blacks. Like, hired me on the spot. And so it was such and plus it was so weird, but in a way so neat then, Mary. Like pastoral. Do you know what I mean? No offense. Real laid back, real, the units were home-like. You went in, there were like these rich oriental carpets in the offices, these gorgeous antiques. I mean, like a plantation. It really was. It was like just unbelievable, you know? Oh man, those girls raked me over the coals. I mean, I went in, I was like totally unconscious. No sisterhood. I mean, this is so shaming for me because I really did know better. I was anti-authority, but yet I went in there like, this is something different and I am in charge. Well, I just did not claim any affinity with these women. They were different. You are a criminal and I am not. Well, I think a lot of it was me being classist, and that's just such a fatal mistake that, well, they taught me. Well, I did go in. I went in as so strict, Mary, and they weren't even strict times, you know, but they were. There was like this thing that I had to distance and prove myself. Like you see a lot of young officers come in there like that, and boy, I gave them hell the first week. First of all, you come in there and right away they hand you keys and you're in. There's no, you know, a year. But now you have a year where you train. They sent me to school for 3 weeks. I got back and I had keys and I was in there. And at that time, you were the only one in there. In one unit, that was it. You were the officer. And most of the and we weren't even officers, we were matrons. That's what our title was, yeah. They were a lot of elderly, mostly elderly. I mean, I was like the youngest officer there for like the longest time. I was like so strict. I would march up and down. I mean, this is not unusual to do this now, but then it was really, I would march up and down those halls. I'd be looking and I mean, they couldn't even be comfortable in their own space, you know? And they used to have these unit cottage meetings, they called them. And in each cottage, they had an inmate counselor, and they were like in charge of the meetings and, you know, organizing and having, you know, talking to and as a liaison between the matrons and the inmates. And so this one day, this woman, Joanne Davis, who was Peachy's best friend, came to me and said, we need to have a meeting, a cottage meeting. And I said, well, okay, that's good. What time would you like, Miss Davis? Oh, I was so proper and formal, you know what I mean? I was so full of shit. And she said whatever time it was. And I said, okay, we'll call them all together. And they were down in a common room having their meeting. And I went down. You're supposed to go in and sit. Oh, it was so genteel, you know. And I went down and it was about me. And they all read me. I mean, not, you know, but here's a sister, and you think, and you know, and we're here to tell you, you're the same thing we are. You know, you are the same. I mean, however this was, it made, like, the most And I was like so hurt and so, they really, and you think when you march up and down here and roll your eyes and look at us like we're shit, and I'd just like to know who the hell you think you know, and you. Well, Mayor, after that, I'm telling you, they had me. Every day when I left there, I just swung completely the other way.